Hello everyone, welcome to Arka Astro Science. Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, Guru Brihaspati is going to make a transit into the sign of Taurus. On 1st of May 2024, Jupiter is going to enter the sign of Taurus, and this transit is going to be till 14th of May 2025. So therefore, this is a transit of around 1 year long. It's a very welcome transit for every one of us because Taurus becomes the second sign of the natural zodiac. It is the sign where moon exalts. By essence, the sign of Taurus reflects our morality, our ethics, family values, anything which we value the most. Therefore, our resources, our possessions, wealth, finance, some things, anything which requires stability, which requires commitment, which requires contentment, satisfaction, practical viewpoint, stable viewpoint. All those things are associated with the sign of Taurus. Now you see, Taurus is the sign which has an earthy element and it is also a fixed sign. So that means wheresoever the sign Taurus lies in your horoscope, you will definitely want those significance of your life to have stability. You see, that is also one of the reasons that why moon finds itself exalted in the sign of Taurus, because the mind is under control. And when you can have the proper control over your mind, you can win the world, correct? Because you know what you are thinking, what you are doing. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So the moment Jupiter enters the sign of Taurus, it will try to bring that stability. Also, along with that, it will bring that optimism and divine blessing of Jupiter, knowledge, wisdom. By essence, Jupiter is also the significator of the natural second house and also the second house of the horoscope. It is the significator of the second house. Family, wealth, possessions, values. So, Taurus is the natural second house of the natural zodiac. So that means when Jupiter enters the sign of Taurus, it will bring about some positive changes. You will see that during this 1 year, when Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus, wheresoever the sign Taurus lies in your horoscope, you will see some good changes coming. Suppose it happens to be in your 4th house, means for the Aquarius ascendant, Jupiter happens to be in the 4th house, in the transit, in the sign of Taurus. It will bring the stability at your domestic affairs, in your domestic matter, because 4th house deals with our mental peace, of happiness, the place where we live in, our home, motherly affection, luxuries, comforts, conveniences. In all those matters, Jupiter will bring stability, Jupiter will bring expansion, happiness, contentment, satisfaction. You see, this is a very important transit because Taurus believes, the sign of the energy of Taurus believes to be in contentment and stability, that earthy element coming into the play, that fixed nature, and Jupiter is bringing the expansion. So that means what is there, that will be there, and Jupiter will bring some more better things in addition to that. It means this is a time to expand your resources. Anything which you value the most, anything which you feel that this belongs to me. So this is not only a time of protecting it, but also Jupiter will expand it. And you see, when you talk about moon, because moon exalts in the sign of Taurus, moon is the natural feminine energy. It is the significator of motherly affection. And in addition to that, moon, since it rules the sign of Cancer, motherly affection, and it exalts in the sign of Taurus, so that means moon also deals with prosperity, wealth, finance, money. And this is the most interesting part no one talks about, because that is also one of the reasons why moon exalts in the sign of Taurus. Here moon will actually give you that sense, that control in your mind, that how and where to protect the things, what belongs to you and how well you can deal with it. That is the reason you will also see that second house is also the house where we talk about family members, near and dear ones, the people among whom you find security. And this becomes one important quality of all Taurus peoples, a very good quality of Taurus peoples, be it Taurus ascendant, be it Taurus moon sign, Taurus sun sign, be it any prominent placement in the sign of Taurus. The quality is that you can rely upon them. They are very reliant person. If they are given a duty, a responsibility, they will perform that duty. Because if they have taken a responsibility, they will always make sure that they will complete the task, whatever goes or whatever comes. So at times you may feel that maybe they are stubborn. No, that is not stubbornness. That is what their nature is, because they like long term goals. They like the commitment. If you are thinking to come into that short term things with them, then that is not the correct person you are dealing with. And if you are thinking that yes, I want a commitment, I want something where I will deal with it for long term things, they are the best person to deal with. So that means this Jupiter transit will not only bring stability in that, but also it will bring happiness. Your resources will improve, the bonding between you and that people will improve, because here some sense of attachment is there. See, the energy where the sign Aries, the energy of Aries is that me, mine, myself, I, that this is the energy which the sign of Aries deals with. But Taurus is something which is mine, means this belongs to me. So that's how it works. And that is the difference, that how the transit of Rahu and Jupiter differs. You see, Rahu's transit and Jupiter's transit is different. Rahu is desire, whereas Jupiter is that divine knowledge. Okay, let me do something good for myself also, let me do something good for the near and dear ones for me. That is Jupiter. That let me be useful for every one of us, for all the near and dear. And see, this is a very interesting thing, that you become very protective of the people whom you feel that that person is very important to me. That sense of protection, that is Taurus. And Jupiter will bring that love. You will see that love within you, you will be able to express it. So it's a very significant transit, trust me. Another thing is that Taurus is ruled by Venus. So wheresoever the Venus is transiting, whenever Venus will make 311, 410 or 5-9 relationship with Jupiter, the transit of Venus will support the transit of Jupiter. Let me repeat it. In the transit, when Venus is transiting, if Venus is making 311, 410, 5-9 relationship with Jupiter, then the transit of Jupiter in the sign of Taurus will be supported by Venus. It will be very good for Jupiter in the transit, because dispositor of Jupiter will become Venus. Okay. Now, one more thing I will add here is that it is said whenever Venus is transiting in the 12th house, now 12th house from any house, 12th house from any house. Now here it is said that whenever Venus transits in the 12th house, it brings luxuries and comforts to that house. That house means the first house. Now suppose if you make Taurus as the first house, whenever Venus will be transiting in the sign of Aries, still it will support Jupiter. Like suppose one example I am giving you, on 1st of May this year, when Jupiter will be in the sign of Taurus, when Jupiter enters the sign of Taurus, Venus will be in the sign of Aries. So it will make a 2-12 relationship. So Venus will be 12th from the sign of Taurus from Jupiter. Still it will give good results, because that's how Venus plays the role. Now since Venus and Jupiter, they are natural benefic planets. So when Venus crosses Taurus and it enters the sign of Gemini, that is second from Jupiter, then also it will give good results, because second house is the house of wealth, speech, family values. So I will say overall this transit is going to give you very good results. Only one particular transit of Venus, that is when Venus and Jupiter will be 6-8 from each other in transit. Only that time it needs to be given some extra care. Otherwise the whole of the transit of Venus with respect to Jupiter will be better. So you can say that overall this transit of Jupiter is going to give very good results. One more thing I will say, last year when true Rahu entered the sign of Pisces on 29th of November 2023, I am talking about true Rahu. That time Rahu and Jupiter were making 2-12 relationship, and that 2-12 relationship were not good. Okay. Now when Jupiter enters the sign of Taurus, Jupiter and Rahu, they will make 3-11 relationship. So that means that will enhance the results given by Rahu. Why? Because Jupiter is the dispositor of Rahu. Rahu is transiting in the sign of Pisces. So dispositor of Rahu becomes Jupiter. So at this moment of time when I am making this content, Jupiter is in Aries. Jupiter and Rahu, they are making 2-12 relationship, which is not good for the transit of Rahu. On 1st of May onwards, when Jupiter enters the sign of Taurus, Taurus is 3 house, is third, actually it is third from the sign of Pisces. So it is making 3-11 relationship with Rahu and Jupiter itself. Okay. So then it will be beneficial for Rahu also. So in multiple way you can say that this transit of Jupiter is going to be very good. One final thing I will say, that is at this moment of time Saturn is aspecting the sign of Aries. So you can say that to some extent aspect of Saturn is trying to restrict the impact of Jupiter, means how well Jupiter could have performed, but the aspect of Saturn falling on the sign of Aries is somehow restricting the impact of Jupiter, means Jupiter could have performed much well, but that aspect of Saturn is restricting it. The moment Jupiter enters the sign of Taurus, it will be coming out of the clutch of Saturn. So in that way also this transit is going to be very good. Now yes, someone may say that Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Jupiter and Venus, they are not friendly to each other. You can say that they are not friendly to each other, but definitely we have to understand one thing, that transit of Jupiter, wherever it happens, in whichever sign it happens, Jupiter has that particular characteristics, a quality that it blesses that particular house, that it blesses that particular sign, irrespective of the nature of that or the lordship of yes, that lordship will be there. I understand that the planetary energy of Taurus ruled by Venus, Venus is not friendly to Jupiter. I understand that, but we have to also understand that irrespective of any other planet, Jupiter's energy is quite different. Jupiter always gives that divine bliss. It brings about that optimism, that bliss, that spirituality, something which is good in that house, in that sign, wheresoever it is aspecting, wheresoever it is transiting. And if I talk about the aspect, that then I will say that Jupiter has that 5, 7, 9 aspects. 5th house from itself, 7th house from itself, and 9th house from itself. So from Taurus it will be aspecting the sign of Virgo, it will be aspecting the sign of Scorpio, it will be aspecting the sign of Capricorn. So wheresoever the sign Virgo, Scorpio and Capricorn lies, you will find that a great deal of positive energy with respect to those significance in your life, some growth, some expansion. In addition to that, in the sign of Taurus itself, it is transiting. So Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio and Capricorn, these are the 4 signs will be blessed. So wheresoever these 4 signs lies in your horoscope, you will see that the significance are getting well managed, as if someone is taking care of it. Okay, so with that regard I will end this content now. And yes, I will also promise you that very soon I will bring the results for all the 12 ascendants with respect to the transit of Jupiter into the sign of Taurus. Very soon I will bring about that video also. And since it was very important to convey all this information to every one of you, because when I will be talking about that 12 ascendant, in that case I will not bring all this parameters. I thought that let me just make it and talk with every one of you with regards to this particular transit, because it is very good transit, you know. And if you have liked this video, press the like button, and if you are new to this particular channel, then press onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new video you get notified instantly. And if you really like this video, share to your near and dear ones. Your comments are always welcome to me. If you have any relevant query or any question regarding with respect to this particular transit, or you want to share some information with respect to this particular transit, then do write down below in the comment box. And definitely this transit will have a different kind of impact for every one of us, because because Jupiter may be transiting over some particular planet, or it will be having an impact on a particular house in your horoscope, or maybe you are running through Jupiter Dasa, or you are running through the Dasa of a planet which is in the sign of Taurus, okay, or any planet which is associated with Jupiter in your horoscope. So it can have multiple ways of impact, or what kind of Ashtakvarga points you are getting in the sign of Taurus, okay, that will be completely very specific to your horoscope. So anytime if you want a consultation from me, check the links down in the description section. You can mail me through my email ID, or you can get connected with me through my Facebook or Instagram accounts. You will find all the links down in the description section. So till then, when I come back with some another interesting video, and I will be trying to bring that ascendant wise prediction for all the 12 ascendants for the transit of Jupiter into the sign of Taurus 2024 on 1st of May. Till then, I am signing off for today. Thanking you. Bye bye.